cannibal friend, yeah. Me cannibal friend, yeah. Now me cannibal friend, yeah. Now me cannibal friend, until we meet up again. Everything done start, you know. The back done park, you know. She dreaming to take a wine on me, cause she coming down to please.
WEFM, the clean, fresh sound.
Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
We are back with another talk segment here on WeFM's Activated Mornings with Roleza and Dianna. And this time we're joined by Lyf Compton, who is going to give us his morning commentary. Good morning to you, Lyf.
Morning, Dianna. Morning, Roleza. Morning, listeners. WeFM. Hope everyone gets started lovely.
You already started lovely life?
Yeah.
Very good.
So, I think we are about to see a challenging vote of what has been a trending topic since the election started in relation to the eligibility of Dr. Friday and Mr. Bramble to run as candidates in the next general election. So, if you have been following politics in civil, there has been a claim that the candidates are not eligible to take part in elections because of their Canadian citizenship. In a November 19th post on Eyewitness News, I saw 2 paid notices. So I don't know if this is leading up to a challenge, but I think also it's time that we see a challenge to this in court, to be honest, because this is something we have been hearing for a very long time, and I think it should be challenged in court whether or not the candidates are eligible to take part in elections because of their Canadian citizenship. And as I said, I saw paid posts in Eyewitness, 2 paid posts in Eyewitness News, on Eyewitness News website on November 9th. So basically the post say, the first one is Dr. Friday said, constituents of the Northern Grenadines, a vote for Dr. Friday is a wasted vote. The candidate for the New Democratic Party, Dr. Gordon Friday, is not qualified to be elected as a member of parliament. You are asked to note Section 26(1) of the Constitution of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the supreme law of our land, reads, no person shall be qualified to be elected or appointed as a representative or senator if he, just what they said, it can be an elected member of parliament if you sow allegiance to a foreign country. And it's all about the constitution or whatever. There are many arguments being put forward, but what is confusing is that if you support the NDP, you're claiming that, they can run, they can do it still. And if they're supporting the NDP, the ULP, you're saying they can't run. So it's a lot of biased statements and we're not really getting the full thing. Coincidentally, several local lawyers have spoken about it, among them Dr. Linton Lewis, Jomo Thomas have spoken on it, and both seem to think that there's a legitimate claim that they can be on the wrong side of the law when it comes to taking part in elections because of the Canadian citizenship. And I think it's time that we know what the court has to say. There are several precedents set in the region where anytime these matters have been taken to court, the defendants have lost. That's the precedent. So I'm really, really, really looking forward to seeing this taken to court and vetted. There was a post, somebody made a post, an NDP supporter made a post about it on social media last night. And there was another post that said, it is important that the New Democratic Party wins 10 seats during the next election, because if that is taken to court, they're going to be thrown out of the running. If they would, but I had said on radio that I had read somewhere that if they are thrown out, there would have to be a by-election, and someone had told me that no, there wouldn't be a by-election. The second person, the person who comes second in the running in the constituency of the election would automatically take up the post that the court ordered vacated. But someone posted last night that no, that's not the case. There would have to be a by-election. That's what I had originally read, that there would have to be a by-election. And I said, basically, if they go to court and they are told that they have to vacate this thing, that it wouldn't really matter. It would only matter for their political careers, but it wouldn't matter in the scheme of things, because if there's a by-election, both men, Dr. Friday and Mr. Bramble, are running in constituencies that are strong NDP constituencies. So if there's a by-election, the selected candidate, I think, would be supported by the NDP supporters in the constituency, and I think that they will get back the 2 seats. So it wouldn't make much of a difference in relation to how the outcome of the election, wherever it goes. All that would do, if they're taken to court and it's upheld, all that might do is like stall the swearing-in process or whatever, because the by-elections would have to be having something like either between 30 and 90 days or something like that, if I can recall clearly. But I do actually think it's time that this issue is vetted in court and we see the outcome and we put it to rest once and for all. This has been a trending topic. We've spoken about a lot, and I think people need to know. But another thing with that, right? We have seen in the past issues taken to court by the NDP, and the NDP win. They might win in court or whatever issue they took to court or whatever. And when they win, they are like, yes, the system is working, we know this, we would win, we're proud or whatever, that justice. And then there are other instances where they take matters to court and they lose, and they are like, oh, the system is corrupt. So it's like, the system is corrupt. They cheated us. They have contacts that did this, they have contacts that did that. So that is where we stand in relation to politics and court in Sydney. When they win, they say, well, oh, they're glad they win. When they lose, they say it's corruption. But as I said initially, I would really, really like to see this vetted in court and let the court make a ruling on it, and we move from there. It's very hard. I know it's very hard for people who have citizenships in countries like the UK, the USA, Canada, to give that up, right? Because as I said in the past, that citizenship comes with benefits that are most likely not available in a third world country like Finland and the Grenadines. So it is very hard to give up that citizenship in relation to healthcare, let's say, different social safety nets that might be available to you when you get older and all that kind of thing. But yes, that is what I would like to say this morning. Let's take it to court. Let's see what the court says, and we move from there. And basically, if they have to vacate this seat, that I guarantee that we are probably no far fact they are going to win in the next general election. The Constitution says there has to be a by-election. And I think that whoever candidate they put there will win again. But I want to know if there's a situation, you see, I don't know the law in relation to this. I want to know if there's a by-election and they win, and the NDP win, the candidate win, if then Dr. Friday and Mr. Bramley can go and renounce their citizenships and then
Take back up the positions.
Run again. Run again. And right, there's another by-election because the candidates that they were replaced with may say, okay, we no longer want to be the candidate, so that spoils another by-election where the men are re-elected. I don't know how long the process of renouncing their citizenship takes or whatever. Would they be interested in renouncing their citizenship to take up the position? Because Dr. Friday is up in age. He may say, well, okay, treat it as the end of his political career and assist from the outside. I'm not sure how Mr. Bradley thinks in relation to that, but yes. Let me take it to court and see how it goes.
Okay.
That's basically my contribution.
All
Have
right.
any questions?
Not so much questions. I suppose it's just to feed off of what you said. I am in agreement that yes, this matter needs to be put to rest. But as I mentioned before, we know 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3, 2, 1 year ago, that both Friday and Bramble were going to be running, right? So I think I'm just really highly annoyed that it's that this matter is coming up now, given that elections is next week. And when it really raised its head was like 2 weeks ago, right? So the timing of it is what is well, a little bit irritating because this matter could have been put to rest maybe even 2-3 years ago, right? The other thing with that is you're talking about the citizenship, persons who have citizenship are in the US and in Canada. Now, I am in agreement that really and truly there should only be one, you should only carry citizenship for one country when it is that you are becoming an elected official. And I'm not even just looking at it in the context of where your allegiance stands, but I'm also looking at it in the context of, let's say you have to go to the United Nations and you have to vote on a particular matter. And St. Vincent and the Grenadines wants to hold one position, but you also hold citizenship of another country. How do you actually vote? Right? As an elected member, how would you vote if you are to represent us in these higher international bodies? So this is why, for me, the allegiance or the citizenship has to be, for an elected member, needs to just be, you only need to have one, or you should only have one, right? And you also mentioned about giving up their citizenship might be a challenge for them because of the benefits that they're going to have. But as a politician, as an elected member, you have to make sacrifices. And if you are saying that you are going to put the needs of your country ahead of your own personal interests, then this is also a sacrifice that would need to be made. So to me, it is a choice. You when you get into politics, you know in advance all of the things that you are going to be faced with. And in this case, if it says that you're only supposed to hold allegiance to one country, you're only supposed to hold citizenship of one country, then that is a sacrifice that you have to determine that you are going to make. So, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I found the part of the Constitution that speaks about what happens when it became seat. So it says, whenever it has been determined under Section 36 of this Constitution that the election of any person as a representative is invalid, the Governor General shall issue a writ for the election of a representative to fill the vacancy, returnable within 90 days of the final decision of the High Court. Or if the determination was by the Court of Appeal within 90 days of the decision of the Court of Appeal. So that is what will be done. We have to have some sort of by-election within 90 days. And as I said, all that will do is hold up the swearing-in process or whatever. Put us back in election for another 90 days.
And then that it also leads if let's say something arises, let's say of a national concern, who exactly will be making the decisions?
That's another thing to take into consideration, because at that point would the other two, well, basically three forms of government, would the other two be functioning? Because when Parliament is dissolved, one stops functioning, so would the other two be functioning, and would the country be able to operate in relation to that? So yeah, it could be problematic for us going forward, because And you asked the question, you said, why no? But it's obvious why no. The election is a very
Yeah.
race this time around.
Yeah, but still life. Still, I mean, to be holding up a whole country for a matter that could have been dealt with 2-3 years ago. No.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, I think we're definitely going to see what happens. I think this matter is going to court this time. Surely going to court this time.
Yeah.
I think so.
I don't have a problem with it going to court. It's just the timing of it going to court. That's just it. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
It's all politics, right? It's all strategy and
Yeah.
So let me see where that goes. That's my contribution.
Okay. All right. Have a good one, Lyf.
That was our morning commentary from Lyf Compton. It is now 8 o'clock, so we are going to head straight out of this talk segment. In a couple of minutes, we're going to have today's Cup Chat program. 8 o'clock, and our time check was brought to you by the New Haven Funeral Home.